Reijnders, will he come to Juventus next season with a loan or with an obligation to buy? Because some players aren't working out in Juventus and Spalletti is disappointed in them. And there is a chance that if we don't qualify for the Champions League, Commoli could get out of the club because Elkan, if he doesn't get Champions League, he will throw him out. Is it the right decision or the bad decision? Tell me, guys, in the comment section down below. But before we begin, make sure to like, make sure to subscribe, share it to your young friends and the supporters of Juventus. There's 3 subscribers left, still 85 subscribers. So let's begin. Let's begin with Tijjani Reijnders. Reijnders right now plays with um, Manchester City, and he has played 6 matches in the last 9 games. 6 matches. So in the beginning of the season, he started well. He was doing good, but then Pep Guardiola, I don't know why he didn't. He isn't starting him, but because he's a good player with Milan, he was a very very good player. But I don't know what happened with Manchester City. Forget him. His value is 60 million right now, but will probably be if I would get him and if it's a good deal for Manchester City and both Juventus, because if you don't want him, you're not gonna do the price so much. So if he's 60 million, I would do like 40 million because 60 million is too much for Juventus. And if a player you don't want him, you're not gonna sell him 60 million. 40 million, he's 27 years old. So he played 26 matches with 5 goals, 2 assists, 50% of the starting 11, but and he has a contract till 2030, so he has 4 years left. So 40, 45 million, an option to buy. He can be good, especially with Locatelli and Turam and Turam. So Johnny Reijnders is a very good player. He has experience in this area. His experience in this area. He was amazing at Milan. If we can get him for an option to buy, or no, not an obligation, with an option to buy, you can get him with an option to buy. See if things are going well. If a thing like a Douglas Luiz situation happened, you go back to Man City and we move forward. But John Reinders is a good opportunity if we if he can get the rhythm of Juventus and can find the he he can find the team because Douglas Luiz is a good player, but then he got lost, and now he's back to Aston Villa, and Aston Villa would not find him, and Douglas Luiz could come back in the summer, but will we find a team for him? Probably not. So we'll see if Douglas Luiz comes back, and maybe with Spalletti he does well. So that is Tijjani Reijnders. Tell me, guys, what you think about Tijjani Reijnders coming to Juventus? I think he's a very good player, and he could do well because he has Serie A experience and he's a very good player. And now, Grimaldo. Grimaldo. Juventus are preparing an offer and are back interested Grimaldo, in Grimaldo, because now the Cambiaso is over. Paletti gave him the chance because he gave him the chance because nobody is there to challenge him. Cabal will not challenge him. Kostic will not challenge him because imagine Cambiaso is bad, but Cabal and Kostic, they are worse. They are worse. So in the summer we are aiming for a little bit for like a Grimaldo, and we are preparing because after the game of Verona, Spalletti was disappointed and angry at the players. He was super disappointed. He was super disappointed and is evaluating the players, several, several players from De Gregorio, Bremer, Thuram, Cambiaso, these players, Jonathan David, These players are all under review of Spalletti, and they could go in the summer. Go Spalletti because these players are not doing well. These players are not doing well. You can see that Spalletti did his job and is doing his job every single match. He does some mistakes, obviously, but his main aspects of the game is there and he's doing it. But the players are not. For example, Cambiaso. What is his performance? Go if a 40 million offer comes, buy. Jonathan David, very bad player. Very bad player. Jonathan David. Turam. Turam, come on, you have the potential to be one of the best, if not the best midfielders in this area, but you are scared. You you don't use your power, you don't use your strengths as a footballer. You don't use them. You don't use them at all. At all. Nothing. Nothing you use. So if an offer comes in and sell him, Campeazo, Turam, go sell him. Yeah, Campeazo. But these players are bad and are under review and they have the last chance, but the chance even Meretti. These are they give Cambiaso, Meretti, David, Turam. Spalletti gave them too many chances and he gave them a chance because there is nobody to replace them. So in the next transfer window, we need to do well. And if we don't do well, and if we don't qualify to the Champions League, Elkan or Commoli is risking to get sacked by John Elkan. If we don't get Champions League and we don't do a good uh, transfer window, Elkan will sack Commoli. Will sack Commoli. Commoli is in danger right now because we need to get Champions League. And if we don't get Champions League, Commoli is in danger. He is in danger. Big danger. Because but now if we're gonna keep, it's always like switching from Commoli, Juntoli, you know, you have to keep with one and stay with that one. He is not the sporting director, Ottolini is, but he is the he's the CEO of Juventus, so he is like the last word, the last word of Juventus. So we'll see, we'll see. And yesterday, Matteo Moretto said that his Juventus is not convinced by Stiller. And then this morning I wake up and I see Juventus are still going, are still monitoring, are still seeing by Nico Skira that Juventus are still on Stiller, are still probably they are still on Stiller, but they are not convinced. So it is combined. But for me, if Stiller, you can see Stiller is a good player. Stiller is a good player. But I don't know. Let's see what we can do with Stiller. But it's gonna be difficult. But I prefer to get Tijjani Reijnders and Bernardo Silva. By the way, Bernardo Silva, Deco, the Barcelona is not their priority. So Bernardo Silva is not the priority of Barcelona. So we could have him. We could have him. Spalletti make some calls with him. As I said in the past video, go watch the other videos if you haven't already. And we could get Bernardo Silva with Johnny Reijnders. So that will be an amazing midfield for next season. And even Ake is being linked with Juventus. And be careful because of Ake can there could be fights with Roma for Nathan Ake. There could be fights. Ake is a good player. He could be sold for 10 to 50 million from Man City. Maybe we could do a deal. Ake and John Reijnders for example, I don't know, 50 million. You give Tijjani Reijnders, Nathan Ake. Nathan Ake is ours, but Tijjani Reijnders alone. Now, if Commoli uses his brain, he will not get sacked because if you don't get top four, it is very, 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 very embarrassing. And as well, yesterday, Roma destroyed, destroyed Fiorentina 4-0. First with Mancini, then Wesley, then Hermoso, and then Pizzilli. They destroyed them. In the end, Roma are now back in the game. If we won versus Milan and versus Verona, we are now on 69 points. We are now plus 7 on Como, plus 2 on Milan, and plus 5 on Roma. But we didn't win. We didn't win. And now we are plus 1 on Roma, plus 2 on Como, and minus 2 from Milan. Disaster. Disaster. This is a disaster. But now we need to go back. And if we go there just to win, we are not gonna get the 9 points that we have remaining, guys. We are not gonna get them. We are not going to get them. We need to go there with the right mentality, with the right attitude. Spalletti have to shake them up, have to tell them it's the last. This is what Spalletti have to tell Juventus. Last 3 games. Do you want Champions League or not? If you want Champions League, if you want Champions League and you don't want the club to go back to step one, go back to block one, you have to go there. And from the first second of the game, push, 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 push. And like Roma did yesterday to Fiorentina, you end the game in the first half. You end the game in the first half. Because even when Juventus 1-0 versus Bologna, if Di Gregorio, or which game was that? Not Bologna. I think Genoa. I think Genoa. Yes, Genoa. If Di Gregorio didn't save that penalty, if Di Gregorio didn't save that penalty, guys, we would be saying today that not we are the same points as Roma today. Or not, we are two minus two from Roma. So we have to end the game early. We have to game, and you're gonna tell me, okay, the momentum and the position, but we don't care. We don't care about good football. We don't care about the one twos, the tiki taka. And no, we go there. We play the football. I don't care if we have 5% position, but we go there with the attitude. I don't care if we're playing Real Madrid. I don't care if we're playing PSG, Bayern Munich. I don't care. We have to play out there. We have to go. We have to not be scared and fight for these 9 points remaining. And we have to get all of the points remaining. Because if we don't get all of the points remaining, we will not get Champions League. We will not get Champions League. And the players and Juventus will not be attractive to come. And they will prefer Tottenham. Tottenham, because Tottenham is a Premier League club. They earn more money. Just, you have to have Champions League. Champions League is very important. Very important Champions League. And you have to end the game early. End the game early. Because you see Roma yesterday, they destroyed them. They want to top four. They want this last 3 matches is going to be who wants it more. Who wants it more? And do I think that Juventus wants it more? I don't know. I don't know. I think, in my opinion, Como wants it more. They are more hungry. They are the second division in the second year. Sorry, in this area, they are fighting. They are fighting to get top four. They have been not the best, not the best form, but they are still trying. They are still trying, and they lose versus Inter, they lose versus Swallow, and they won versus Genoa and draw versus Napoli. So if they haven't dropped points right now, we are dead. We are dead. Top four is over. And if we won versus Milan Verona, top four is over for them. But Juventus doesn't have this mentality. Juventus doesn't have the experience. You have to have the Bernardo Silvas, the Allisons, the Lewandowskis, the Kessie. Come on, Juventus. Let's go there in the last three matches and let's destroy them. Destroy them. Go there with the right mentality. Now, this is the end of the video because I'm gonna do for a while. Make sure to like, subscribe, share it to your friends, to your Baconary friends. Let's get to 85 subscribers. So make sure to like, subscribe, and see you in the next video. Peace.